Recording. Just
Look at Moses.
it's recording now.
Is it going?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hello, hello. Get Brutus. We should have one.
Fucking this.
What if I told you there's an epidemic in America? Most of you would probably just laugh at me. However, obesity is increasingly becoming an issue. Nearly 78 million adults and 13 million children struggle every day from both physical and mental issues with obesity. Heart disease and diabetes are becoming a rampant issue. At the conclusion of this presentation, I hope to adequately inform you on the issues associated with obesity and the solutions to the problem. From 1962 until 2006, obesity in adults ages 20 through 74 more than doubled, increasing from 13.4% to 35.1%. The average adult weighs more than 26 pounds than they did in 1950, according to the Center for Disease Control. The body's food regulation center is highly biologically complex. The stomach, intestines, fat, and pancreas all send signals to your brain, which cause you to be hungry. As you eat, your body begins to recognize that these signals are going away and that you no longer need food. This is called the homeostatic system. The issue comes from the reward system. This is the pleasures and tastes and visual appeals that you get from your food. Think about your most recent experience at a restaurant. You've probably finished your meal and at the end been satisfied and completely full. But a waiter probably rolled by with a beautifully arranged, great smelling dessert cart. You immediately forgot about your fullness and were all of a sudden hungry again. Recent studies show that obese individuals have less of an ability to resist these food cues. Although stress, mildly low blood sugar, and other factors may also play a role. The average restaurant meal in today's times is 4 times larger than in 1950, with sugary drinks increasing the most from 7 ounces to a whopping 42. Obesity is not only an issue physically and with your health, but it's also a big fiscal issue in the United States, with topping out at $109 billion alone on just obesity-related medical expenses. Obesity is hard to combat, but it is increasingly becoming more and more common in the United States. It is an unhealthy and physically expensive issue that needs to be resolved. Obesity is not easy to fight, but there are strategies to do it and make it easier. Food diaries, eating high-fiber foods that fill you up, such as vegetables, removing tempting foods from your house / not purchasing them, and avoiding high-carbohydrate foods that will cause your blood sugar to spike and your hunger to persist are just 4 easy ways that you can do it. As many people believe, exercise is not the most important factor. When it comes to losing weight, diet is. Exercise is great for revving up your metabolism and for keeping weight off that you've already lost. But when it comes to actually losing the weight, you want your diet to be your primary source. Not only is it a personal issue, experts are agreeing that it's no longer just a lack of willpower and personal responsibility. There needs to be a movement within our national regulation of foods, transitioning from a push to make energy-dense, low-nutrient foods to more nutrient and healthier options. It's also a major battle with the education in our country. If we educate our youth properly, it'll be easier to help prevent the disease in the future. As much as it's a personal battle to lose weight, the other part of the problem the other part of the solution is to prevent it entirely through education. In conclusion, obesity is an epidemic that the United States is struggling with. 1 in 3 adults are obese. Multiple factors, including portion size and the human reward system, are to blame. But unless we get a hold on this, heart disease and diabetes are going to continue to grow. The United States fiscally is at 190 billion in obesity medical expenses alone. With discipline and good diet, the obese can become more fit. And with education and proper food regulation, obesity can be prevented entirely. Obesity is prevalent, but with effort, it can be diminished.